Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. All right, welcome to today's morning MAO. All right, today is the 31st of March. All right, Wednesday. All right, today's caption is pretty clear, very simple. Is the gold selling over yet? Right, because this morning I received quite a few messages regarding about gold prices and asking me, can we buy gold right now? And I easily received more than about 15 messages. And the thing is this, I can only say that I believe that gold might be going down a little bit more, right? Gold might be coming down a little bit more before we get to see a potential bottoming out here. All right, the thing is this, there is some feedback. Basically, is that right? End of the day is that we created this SNG group, right, which is S&P and Gold group, and this group has been doing pretty well because we do short-term and mid-term trading on S&P and Gold, and these members actually made some good money. Actually, I will be tabulating the record, the trading, and then I will announce it later on. So end of the day is that some people will be asking me, say, hey Kel, you know what? What is the reason for this? Because you see, end of the day is that I know you guys are very well trained with the techniques, but sometimes you need guidance. And unfortunately, right, even when I give free advices to people, not many people follow. And even I give you a TP and SL, apparently some people also don't follow. So I realized that it had to go back to human nature. Is that if you pay for something, then obviously you have this so-called sense of entitlement. And therefore, right, when I actually gave you, when you paid for this SNG group, very likely it's all right. When I give you the cost, you will already follow. And because you want to prove that, that if it's wrong, you got thing to say. And if it's right, this is your rights. So fortunately, we did pretty okay. We have already given out 35 trades in total. And I would say that our result is pretty okay, pretty decent. All right. And I think that is how we can grow together. While you learn from me, the actual entry, I do trailing stop loss. I actually move stop loss as the market goes to our favor. We go for TP based on rules. Our entry is also based on rules. And end of the day, people really benefit of it. All right. So end of the day, some people may not be happy that it's being charged. Those people who doesn't want to come for, but those who pay for it, right, are enjoying themselves. So all I can say is this: sometime in life, you just have to do what you think is right. And as long as people around you are benefiting from it, seriously, the rest of the noises, I'm not really bothered by that. So now the thing is this: people who didn't join the SNG group are now asking me the question about what to do with gold, because apparently they went into long gold. Now that is a scary part. So let me share with you more about today's MAO and why I think gold could be going down further. All right, this is something that you need to understand. Okay, let's continue. All right, so this is a joke here. This is really a joke here. They're showing that the bear baring his gold teeth. All right. So the bear now apparently is basically biting very strongly on gold. And the thing is that although a lot of experts are saying that gold may be bottoming out soon, right? I just keep on smiling. You all know that since gold was down from 1,009, I've been smiling. I'm just saying that gold will go down. 1,008, I said the same thing. And even at 1,007, right, $200 off or $300 off the high, I'm still saying the same thing. All right, I'm not going to mince my words. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about the market. And I believe that gold will be going down further. Now, why do I say that? Obviously, I come with my own evidence. So this is 30th of March yesterday, right? Yesterday. And you saw that the dollar has already climbed up from the 92.50 level, has climbed up all the way to 92.91. That was yesterday. And of course, I told you the yields will follow through. Now, a few days ago, right, last week, in fact, when the dollar was slowly moving upwards, the yield was going down, right? People ask, how come the dollar is not following? I mean, the yield is not following dollar. And I mentioned to you because the Jerome Powell, and Yellen were speaking. So therefore, they will have to give face. And that's why you see there's some manipulation and causes the yield to go down. But I remember I tell you guys that once the talks are over, the yields will jump up very fast, because that is when you compress something down, and when the thing is no longer there, the compression will lead to the immediate reaction. And immediately itself, you saw the yield jumping up, right? From Thursday onwards, after the speech is over, you can see it basically jump up in a very strong fashion way. So let's see yesterday now. This is the one of the day before, sorry. today, sorry, let's see today market. Today, the US dollar index is 93.27. Can you see that? It's up by another 0.3. That is actually another 0.3%. And the yields has went up. In fact, the high hit 1.767, and it tapered off a little bit towards during the US market opening. That is very normal because again, there's some manipulation on this. So we know that the US dollar is going to go higher. I know that people may be asking me, Cal, but the 1.9 trillion package, isn't that going to bring the dollar down? Well, I reminded you guys to say that not necessary, because the thing is the money may not be coming from the Federal Reserve, it may come from the treasuries. So therefore, if that is the case, there's no printing. And if there's no printing, there's no concern. But of course, the next moment is that now Biden is looking at another $3 trillion worth of this, another new proposal. Then why the dollar still strengthened? I repeat, because maybe it won't go through. All right, because the first one, 1.9, was just spent through, and to spend another 3 trillion for infrastructure, honestly, Donald Trump has tried before, and he failed. So I don't know whether Biden can do it, but I really doubt. Another $3 trillion is a lot of money, and that will literally, theoretically, wipe out all the balance in the Treasury Department, based on what we know. But of course, the thing is that they say that they're going to tax people, right? So you're going to tax the people, then what will happen? That doesn't mean that the dollar will have to go down. So that's why my point is this. At the moment now, right, in my personal perspective, I believe the dollar will go up higher. My personal take is that the dollar will go past 94. Yes, it will go past 94 because I still believe that the yield will go past 1.85% by end of April. Okay, either earlier or by end of April, 1.85%. That should not be a problem, okay, based on what I'm seeing right now. And the thing is going to be very scary is this. This is the rate hike, the implied Fed rates. And what is scary is that, right, the way it's mounting up, right? Now, all the way it's been bouncing between the 0.25 to 0.35 rate, okay? But the last 3 months, you can see that the implied rate basically went all the way up very fast, very, very, very fast. And this is actually pretty scary because now we are just marginally away from the so-called level that the Federal Reserve have to hike rate. But this hike rate itself is only meant for 2022. So which means that now today, 2021, only March, right? We are already here, near the level. So the question is, if it hits there itself, right, there might be a trigger that forces the interest rate hike to be even earlier than 2022. And if let's say it goes even higher and it becomes a bigger problem, who knows? Federal Reserve may just suddenly of no choice, forced to actually put it in 2021. And I tell you this, if they actually does that in 2021 and catch people off guard, I tell you this, the market will go into a rude awakening. That's why these are things you don't see actually around in the market. No one tell you all this because I really do a lot of research to get all this important information to you, and I explain to you in the most simple way for you guys to benefit. Now, end of the day is this, if people doesn't like the fundamental or the news of this area here, you can skip first and then come back later when do the technical side. Because end of the day, people who really appreciate this will know that this information are very important because that will help us to do trading properly. Because at the end of the day, it's just like how Jesse Livermore says this. After spending many years in Wall Street and making and losing millions of dollars, I want to tell you this. It's never was my thinking that made the big money. It is my sitting. Now, what do you mean by sitting? Sitting means that, right, holding position and enjoy the ride. Now, like M Trader, she makes some money because she went long in the market and be holding position for a while. She can hold Hang Seng at the lower point and then after that hold it for a few days and make her profit. She can buy gold and hold it for a few weeks before letting go. So end of the day is that for us traders itself, you have to understand the game plan. That means that you structure the long-term plan of the market, and then after that, find out the direction and then follow through. So that is the reason why yesterday I gave you 3 numbers. I gave you 1699, I gave you 1697, and I gave you 1682. And you can see that, right, the time the gold was trading at 1710. And what happened was gold really was fidgeting around there. And after that, right, gold actually went out a little bit to 1711 or 12. And there was immediately some people getting very concerned. Okay, getting very concerned. about it and say that, Kel, am I wrong? I say that, look, you need to give the market some room, some buffer. And of course, when the gold had to come down to 1705 and been hanging there for a while, people ask again, Kel, is it because that gold is going to go up soon because 1705 been holding for a long while? And I replied that very nicely. I said that, look, the gold, if it's hanging at 1705 for some time, that means that they're going to be having a big movement coming in. Now, of course, I can't tell you exactly which direction the market is going, but I can tell you that, right, once the market chooses a direction, most likely there'll be a bigger movement. And of course, based on what we're seeing right now, it's likely going to be down because the market has came down from 1710 to 1705. So when the gold falls down from 1705 all the way down to 1699, 1697, I basically ask people to take some profit, right? And then when some people take profit as well, right? They're asking me, can buy? I say no. Taking profit is one thing. Buying to keep or long is another thing. That's why when someone asks me in the group chat, I say no. Remember that? And I said this, if the market break 1697, that means the market will be going down to the next figure, which is 1682. And I was very specific with my figures. Remember that? I was very specific. So you can see that the market really, this is where we do our morning MAO, right? This was where the morning MAO was. This is where MAO, right? Yes, indeed. Thanks, Carl. Indeed. It is very important that fundamental will play a big part because that will give you a very strong reason why your technical are moving according to plan. Indeed. Thanks, Carl. So this is the morning MAO at about 1710 level. So we gave you the two levels, right? 1699 and 1697. So that means that beforehand, we don't know that the market go there, right? Then after that, this is where the thing all comes in. Can you see that, guys? This is where it all comes in. Now, there was a BNB right here. And some people ask me, can we buy there? I say, yes, you can buy there. But I say, I'm not. Because why? Because first of all, I believe that the gold market is going to come down more. And I say that if you buy, nothing wrong. But if the market flip over, which is still... Because from one angle from here is CCRY BNB for buy. But then on the other side is a CCYR BNB for sell. And you will always look at the nearest movement on the market. So this is where A is what you see first. Then C is where you actually see next. So as a trader, we know that we really chart from right to left. And after A, if even you bought it, at C, you must cut your losses and go short. And that was whereby when the market broke below the KTR plus 3, right? This is this chart, how come it's like that? I think this chart is error. Ross, the KTR plus 3 shouldn't be here. Okay, I think there was some error here in the KTRs. Okay, anyway, when the price was coming down, okay, the price was coming down, okay, that was whereby we call for sell. And indeed, the gold price come down. Then after that, you notice the market had to hang around here. Exactly the level that we mentioned, right? 1699 and 1697. But once the market loses the 1697, you can see it cascade and come down very fast, all the way down to 1682 with a single breath. I mean, the market just keep on coming down. Why? Because you can see that the boys are all selling into the market. All right. So this is very, very, very important to let you understand that how we actually trade gold and the technical level that I mentioned really has its impact. All right. So for those who made money in gold yesterday, can you key the word gold, G-O-L-D? If you have made money from gold, please key G-O-L-D into the group chat. Okay. If you have made money from gold, please key the word G-O-L-D into the group chat. Let me see how many of you have made money from gold. Right, I apologize for this chart. I didn't notice this. I think probably when I screenshot this, I didn't take notice of that. Somewhere went wrong. Okay, apologize. Okay, really apologize. Oh, okay. So I can see that a lot of you have made money from gold yesterday. Those who made money from gold, please keep the word G-O-L-D. I mean, by doing all this itself, right, at least you make me feel good. Put this way, at least I know that you guys are actually, pay attention to details and you guys are making money, at least I don't feel my effort being lost. That's the point. If not, it's pretty sad. At the end of the day, I speak so much, and at the end of the day, nothing one make money. That's pretty sad. Oh, okay, good. I see more people making money from gold. Thank you guys for sharing out loud. Okay, thank you. All right, so let us continue. All right, so basically, I also show you the conventional chart that where I think gold might be going down. So it means that, right, the next level that gold will be going down will be 1676. All right, the next level that gold should be coming down should be 1676. And I explain to you why, because that is where the previous low was. And traders will likely be taking advantage of this by shorting the market down just to trigger the stop loss. So if anybody really want to buy gold, then maybe about 1676 level, around that level there, maybe you can consider to buy some gold there if, let's say, the rules give the signal. All right, 1676. Okay, at least must bridge that first. Then maybe you may go up based on, you know, oversold, and maybe technical reason. Okay, so you get it, right? 1676. Okay. All right, then I also mentioned to you that, right, silver will go down further. I already tell you that silver will go down further. And I keep on reminding traders who have been buying silver, I say that be very careful. Silver will come down to maybe 23.56 level. That was what I mentioned, right? Silver will go down there. And if you look at the silver price right now, let me bring you silver price. You can see that silver has really came down as what we said. Silver had came down strongly yesterday, and now it's trading at $24. So the 23.56 is just a few, about 50 cents away. So that's why yesterday you can see the silver price came off quite a fair bit. In fact, one of the bigger sell-off for the day itself. So all this tells you a lot that why you don't really believe in what you see online. Because I know that a lot of people are actually online watching certain stuff and saying that silver will be going up because of the silver gold ratio. And I keep on saying that it doesn't really work that way. It doesn't really work that way. And I'm happy some of them hit to the advice, but some didn't. And that's why asking me on the site about silver and asking me whether can they long. And I keep on reminding them that 23.56 will be a level to watch out for if you really want to long silver. All right. So congratulations to all these people who have made money from trading. You can see that they have made money from trading gold. Some people make hundreds of dollars. Some people make $35. Some people make $400. It doesn't matter how much you make. Some of you all didn't actually mention that you all make money, but I know deep inside you all actually make some good money. So all of this basically tells me that, right, you really need to understand the trend of the market. So follow the major trend does really help you guys. So you can see that the BNB early this year already tell us a lot of things. Now, I told you when there's a BNB, you take the high, you take the low, that will give you the technical level. And of course, the moment if the market bridges below it, right, you can see right now, that is where the market is more to the sell side. And of course, whenever price comes down by technical, there will be a point whereby they'll be oversold. But if you follow rules, CCYR to short on a downtrend, you will actually make money. Now, of course, some people prefer to buy because the technical says that it's oversold. They want to buy things like here. We also do that. We also do CCRY to buy. Just that we told you before, the buy side, the buying we will reduce, the selling will increase in lot size because the upside is going to be limited. The downside is going to be stronger. And I've been telling you this, and you can see that it really has manifested. So now what will happen later on is this. I want to say this up front. Later on, there'll be a point whereby the market will be filled with a lot of bearish calls, and it will tell you that the gold will go down a lot, and it will tell you the gold is in a bear territory and so forth. They'll tell you all this thing. All right, and then after that, what will happen? A lot of people will turn to become very bearish in gold, and then what will happen? The gold will bottom out, and when the gold bottom out, it's all right, and that is where you should be buying gold in every CCRY positioning. But of course, by the time that happens, it's all right. I'm very sure some of us will say that no, gold is a downtrend, so let's just stay short on gold. Then after that, what will happen is they will miss the right up again. Yeah, they'll miss the right up again. So that is a thing that I want to spend time this morning to just remind you guys that now the gold has came down quite a fair bit already. So there'll be a point whereby people will shift their mentality to think that gold is a bearish market and hence go for short. And that is whereby usually we will be doing the opposite. So If you understand what I say, please key the word understand. All right, please key the word understand, that you know what am I trying to tell you guys, to hint to you guys, because coming April and May, I did tell you guys before that I do expect some big movement to come, and I strongly believe that, all right, gold is about there already, which means that, right, I suspect that gold may have another carnage movement, and then after that, there might be a sideway a little bit for a while before it flatten out and then maybe start to move higher. All right. So if you understand what I'm trying to say, please key the word understand, because it will be very sad that later on when I am doing the opposite, people again don't understand and they get caught again. And of course, end of the day, if you get caught this way and that way, then what will happen? You will never able to make money. And after that, the worst thing is that the blaming game, the finger pointing game come in, right? Then it's going to be very sad. So that's the reason why there will be a lot of changes coming soon, and I'm telling you guys that I really want you guys to really benefit out of this. Okay, and entrepreneur itself, right, can definitely be doing good to help his people, so that, right, you know, without not because of money, but doing good. I think that for us TWB, we have done a great job here. We definitely done a great job here. We do so much support, right, for the little money that we are actually collecting from cost fee itself, compared to the thousands of dollars. End of the day, we are doing a lot, and our support is continuous every single day. So obviously, with all this support, right, if people are still thinking that we are overcharging and stuff like that, right, maybe they doesn't know that what is the industry right now. For 3K classes, what do they really get in this market? I think for what we are charging today, we are doing a very, very good job. Not the best, but definitely a good job. All right, if you agree with that, right, please key the word agree with me. Agree means you really agree that TWB, we are definitely doing a great job here, giving you all the support as you can get from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, we give support. Sometimes even Sunday, we also give support. Okay, so if you agree, please key the word agree right now. So at least this basically can let people know that, right, if they are still not too sure, that, you know, they think that we are charging, and then they think that we are trying to be too greedy, I think they really misunderstand the market. Okay, all right, thank you guys. All right, thank you so much for that. Thank you, appreciate that for agreeing with me. Okay, so with that itself, right, okay, today the disclaimer as usual, do understand this is about our current financial. Make sure that you check your financial condition first, because at the end of the day, we really don't want you guys to get caught on the wrong side of the track. All right, we really want you to make money out of the market. It doesn't benefit us if you lose money, because think about this: if you lose money, end of the day, what does it benefit us? Nothing. We want you to make money. Okay. So just a quick one now. We have finished. We are almost done. I heard that from the team, we left only 3 seats left for this coming Saturday, or maybe no more. All right, or maybe no more already. I don't know. This is updated. I haven't got the full update from my team yet. So if we have already hit the full maximum capacity, I thank you so much, everybody, for all the solid support here. I really appreciate that. And of course, I already tell people on last Saturday to buy Ethereum. All right, last Saturday, I already tell people to buy Ethereum. You can see that. You see, last Saturday, this is, you can take a look right now. This is what happened. We saw the KCX indication here, right, on last Saturday. So that's why I say that we're waiting for the next first CCRY. And you can see that this is the CCRY, right? So CCRY, you buy here. Your stop loss, you put it here. So that is where you should buy your Ethereum. Okay. Now, of course, the market did the CCYR next lah. Okay, but if you are holding and buying, you don't need to care, because for Bitcoin and Ethereum trading, right? As long as you already buy, you just let it run. As long as the market don't trigger your stop loss. So what happened? The market basically, right, came down, but didn't hit stop loss. Next day, open up and go up again. And of course, at this junction here, where I'm showing you now. At this junction here, you can actually add position. You can actually add position onto the Ethereum, right? Because it's you break through the buy level, right? Based on the entry bar. So that was a buy. And of course, from here, Ethereum continue to go higher. So this is proven because we have this recording up, and we already showed that, right, that Ethereum will be a buy soon. And indeed, it really happened. So today's Wednesday, ma. So this is actually Tuesday. So this is Monday. So that means that we were very clear that we will tell you guys on Saturday that Ethereum will be a buy soon, and indeed it really manifested. So that is why I'm saying that our system really is very unique. It's definitely a good system. Okay, so guys, so those who make money from Ethereum, congratulations to you. Okay. All right, so let's just go through some global quick news first. Okay, now again, Jim Cramer now says that right, the bank and cyclical stock should be a buy on, should be bought on dip lah. And actually, he was correct yesterday. In fact, he was saying that the bank stocks will be a good buy. And apparently, itself yesterday, the bank stocks all recover despite the Archegos problem. Apparently, that's why I realized that right, this guy is right, really okay. He was pretty spot on, so I must give it to him. So he says that the rotation will be done and there should be no concern, and he was actually correct. Now Biden basically came out and says that right, he want to do the major, massive economic proposal, and he want to use at least $3 trillion to do that. So apparently, we can understand that right, his popularity now has improved because of his way he handled COVID-19. That was very good. But the thing is this, for him to do what he wants to do is the infrastructure part a bit tough, because the time when Donald Trump has a support of the people also got it difficult. All right. So the thing is this, and another 3 trillion, the question is, that means that the money must come from somewhere. Someone must pay for it, right? So taxes is something that the market is actually looking at. And if let's say there's any inclination that there'll be some heavy tax on the rich, there might be some portfolio rearrangement, okay? And of course, now that people are slamming the Fed because now home prices has went up really hard. And apparently the home prices in January went up by 11%. Wow, that means that you imagine a home maybe cost $1 million. 1 month later, it's 1.1 million for the same house. That means up by 10% or 11% to be precise. So that tells you that, right, this is scary because the economy, is it really recovering? We all know that it's not the real thing ongoing. So what causing the prices to go up? Is it because people get richer? No, it's this. Because Federal Reserve, right, because they're going to prevent the COVID-19 problem, they went in to buy the mortgage-backed obligations. Okay, they went in to buy massive amount. So when you buy so much yourself, right, it become what? It becomes you control the market. You try to make it doesn't come down. It's just like, you know, our prices in Singapore, same thing. You control, you come in so heavily, right? Then that will basically create a market. It doesn't become a free market. It becomes very difficult. So hence, therefore, right, with that, very clearly that this is actually hitting the market, and this is terrible because once you do that, you are manipulating the market. And when this happens, people cannot afford, right? Then what will happen? You should know, right? And let's say now by doing this, the inflation comes into the picture. Hence, therefore, interest rate comes in the picture again. Then these people will have to be paying a premium high price. So now you understand why Federal Reserve cannot hike rate, because they have done so many things that was technically not that correct. But because of the bigger picture, I can understand why they're doing this. But you can see now, this is a really wrong thing to do. And this is actually very scary. So that's why yesterday the Dow Jones was pretty flat last night. But towards the last hour, you can see there was some profit taking. There was some profit taking towards the last hour. But if you look carefully, the entire range was only 150 points. So actually, it wasn't a very big movement yesterday. So despite the Archegos thingy is right, the market doesn't seem to really bother. And that's why I say that the market is still generally in a very bullish position. So for the Dow Jones, it's still 100 points, but because Apple and Microsoft lead some losses, they were down by 1%. That was generally a little pullback compared to what they went up the day before. And the NASDAQ basically also went sideways, basically. But of course, at one time, NASDAQ was down by 1%. So again, there was some rotational buy among themselves. Tesla yesterday went up by $30. Yesterday, Tesla went up by $30. Surprising, the CNBC didn't cover this. So you see that things they want to cover, they don't cover. Okay. So basically, you can see that even though the Archegos capital management have finished, they have done some selling, you can see Discovery jumped back to 5%, and Viacom also went up. All right. And those bank share that was involved, like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, also went up. So end of the day is this, if these blue chips are all going up, then how come the Dow is still down, right? Because there's rotational selling around there. So there's something that we must understand this. Recently, there is a lot of rotational play among the blue chips. So why is that so? Because likely this is the problem. Let me tell you why. This is the problem, okay? Because, right, you must understand this, my friends. While swings could hit the market later this week when pension funds and other big investors conduct their quarter-end rebalancing. The recent jump in bond yields could set up money manager for big moves in their portfolio, and that is what is happening. Because now the yields is going up, and very clearly the yields will likely be going even higher. So a lot of money manager may have to reshuffle their portfolio. Those that they don't think they're going to be very safe, they'll move the funds away and maybe buy into the bonds now because it's cheaper and also the yield is better. Things like that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, with the stock market now at the all-time high level, right, with the PE ratio more than 45, there's also another good reason why the fund manager will have to shift around their portfolio. So that's why I said that April, May, there'll be turbulence because there will be a lot of portfolio rearrangement, and that's the reason why I want you guys to be very careful and not to be caught by this wave itself. Okay, so traders, just be very careful on this. Okay, so take note of that. Portfolio rearrangement. Okay, why you can see this is something very important. Now this is the interest rate volume, the SR VIX, and this is the equity VIX indicator. Now yesterday the VIX indicator went down to below 20 again. Now, even though the Archegos thing is so big, right? End of the day, the market has no concern. Everybody says, okay, it doesn't matter, it's all good. But you look at the interest rate volume, right, is really going the opposite direction. So you see all the war itself, they actually go hand in hand. But surprisingly, in December last year, it started to diverge. And this is actually showing only one thing, is that complacency, and also telling you that, right, the market don't care anymore. The market just go towards buying and buying and buying. So who is actually instrumenting this? Who is the one that is basically making this thing happening, right? I think we get very clear. So what is happening now with such a divergence, that means that, right, there will be a point whereby once the complacency stops or people get worried, then the thing will go into chaos. I repeat, that is where the thing will go into chaos, because you can see that last year, March itself, right? Last year, you can see when there is this interest volume going up, right? You can see the VIX indicator also shooting up. But now we are so far away. Look at it. We are so far away. So that means there's a lot of complacency in the market. So once this complacency is no longer there, the market will go into a big eruption. I know by saying all this is right, may not be comfortable to some of you guys who are very happy now investing in the market. But you cannot deny things like this. You have to understand that you can be in your sheltered land, but a sheltered world, but the world is still moving around you. And that's why I keep on saying this, guys, be very careful. So when this thing's happening right now, right, if this is going to happen, what will happen to gold prices? And we have seen this before. When such thing happen, right, gold price actually go down further first. That's why I keep on saying this. There will be a possible potential, right, to see gold prices, okay, coming down even more because of that. Then after that, it will bottom before it go back up again. So that is whereby I want you guys to be very careful if we are investing in gold, because this is something very, very scary. Okay, all right. So I hope you guys will understand my reason why doing all this morning MAO for you guys. So the morning news now says that, right, there is some pullback because of the Biden infrastructure plan. And of course, some profit taking coming from Apple, Microsoft. That is the reason. But again, the question is, why would they want to take profit at right now at this time? I think the divergence tells you the reason. Okay. All right. So let's do a quick recap on what happened to Dow Jones yesterday, shall we? So Dow Jones yesterday opened again beautifully at the pivot 2 level. And I did mention to you, the Dow Jones, right, the KSI is green in color. So if the Dow Jones go above OP, you can go for buying. But if it goes below OP, then you must stick to the rule that it should be a sell. But because the KSI is green in color, you shouldn't expect a lot of profit. You should be expecting that KDR -1 to -2. And of course, did the market really follow through? Well, you see that it really happens. Okay, so you can see that the Dow Jones was just flickering around the pivot 2, but once it goes below the pivot 2 and below OP, right? Now you can see again, there was a very strong signal here. Can you see the BNB here? I can tell you this, whenever you see any big movement, right? I can tell you this, the BNB will surely be around there. So whenever you see a BNB, you should be watching the screen very, very closely. You should be watching the screen very closely. And the market, if it basically breach some technical point, this will actually bring the market down. And of course, the KSI turning red confirms the selling. So this is why I say, guys, you must know whenever you see BNB, you have to be there to prepare yourself for trading. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, all right. So that is what happened. All right, so that is what happened in the Dow Jones. Let's look at the live market right now for the entire market. Okay, hold on. Now it's 9:09. I will do Hang Seng shortly. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones chart on the conventional. So conventional chart wise, we have yesterday the market broke the MLP. There was some selling, but it's okay. Today the new MLP is somewhere around here. The new MLP will be somewhere around here, and that's about 33,121. That's the MLP level, right? But at the moment now, everything looks still positive, even though there was some pullback yesterday. But you can see that today the market immediately reacted by buying up. So unless the market later breaks below OP, right? If not itself, I would say that the chance of the market still staying positive is still there. Okay. Now, generally, some profit taking in the uptrend is very normal, but if the market pulls back, right, of certain level, then we need to watch out for. So at the moment now, we should be safe, because the last time we see something like this, you can see that the last time we saw something like this, whereby the market was at high. Then after that, what happened? The market came down, touches the MA 30. You see that beautifully. And after that, strengthened itself once again. So that means this MA 30 is very powerful level. This is a very powerful level. So whenever we see the market pulls back to MA 30, right, it becomes a buy. So you see, when we are short in gold, but we are long in the Dow Jones. So you can see that we are actually doing by following the trend. So that is something you have to understand. Okay, clear? Okay, good. So now we look at the Dow Jones chart. Now we have a new all-time high. Now the day before, the high was 33,256. Yesterday high was 33,257. So yesterday created a new all-time high, 257. Okay, just up by one more point, but it's still an all-time high. So obviously that will shift a little bit on the 5% mark. Okay. The weekly chart wise, still positive, so nothing too much to say. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones chart right now. Okay, for today, Dow Jones. So for today's Dow Jones, let's take a look. The opening price is interesting. Today, the opening price is actually below pivot 2. Today, the opening price is 33,058. But and the pivot 2 is 33,191. So logically speaking, if the Dow Jones go below OP, it's a sell, right? But because the KSI, you can see it's green in color. So therefore, right, if we stay above OP, it's still a buy, but it's buy towards 33,191. But of course, from OP to pivot 2 is in the what they call the unknown territory, right? So usually traders just have to be very careful. If you're buying, just take profit along the way. That will be a better thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to say that up front here. Today, as long as the market stays above OP, to buy is still okay, because the KSI is green in color. But if the Dow Jones go below OP, then traders must be careful. There might be a sell. To go down to KTR -1 is quite possible. All right, quite possible. So I'm just going to do a simple 15-minute chart to show you. Okay, you can see right now. So the Dow is still okay, still firming itself. And there's a BNB right here, so it should be going upwards. But there's a TSCB right here now resisting it. That is about 33,105. So this is the opening price, right? So I'm trying to say is later on, if the Dow Jones do come down and break here with a CCYR, then there is a possibility for the Dow to come down to KTR -1. But that's about that. But if the Dow Jones can go up, right, you can see right now the KTR +1, which is here, that will be 33,182 is still very possible. Okay, so it's still a bit early now for Dow Jones, but at least now you know that this is going to be the direction for the day. Okay, all right. So traders, you can just stand by for this. All right, now for Hang Seng today, I suspect Hang Seng today will still trade higher. There's some ultimate buying yesterday. Now yesterday, you look at it, the Hang Seng MLP was here. Let me get bigger a bit. The MLP was here, and the Hang Seng really touches the MLP and then ran up. All right. So today the MLP will be pushed up to this point here, and that is about 28,546. And the MA30 is very nearby. So I suspect that Hang Seng today may purposely touch the MA30. There is a possibility for Hang Seng to touch the MA30. So traders, watch out for Hang Seng later on in about 2 minutes time. Okay, traders, please stand by on Hang Seng later in about 2 minutes time. Okay. All right. Moment. Okay. Let me just, there's some, my side here got some technical problem. Okay. Hang Seng gonna start soon, right? Okay, Hang Seng gonna start in about 30 seconds time. Now Hang Seng is actually a CCRY yesterday. Hang Seng is a CCRY yesterday. So with that itself, right, Hang Seng traders, you just have to be careful that the buying is there. But the KSI is red in color. So that means there's a bit of confusion here. So with the KSI red in color, oh, sorry. If the KSI red in color, right, the market may actually have some profit taking initially if it gaps up. Okay, so Hang Seng will start in about a few more seconds time. Okay, traders stand by. Okay, Hang Seng gap up. Hang Seng gap up. You can see I told you guys Hang Seng will gap up. And indeed, Hang Seng gap up to 28,769. Yesterday it closed, let me see. Yesterday it closes at 646. Now it gap up by 100 points as expected. The Hang Seng gap up. So with the KSI red in color, now the opening price happened to be between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. So which means that if the Hang Seng can stay above OP, the market will go and test the pivot 1 level, and that's 28,946. But if the Hang Seng straight below OP, then it may test the 28,649. But based on what I'm seeing right now, it seems to be the market is more towards the buying side at the moment right now. At the moment now, it's more towards the buying side. Okay, so traders, just watch out for this. All right, but because the KSI is red in color, so just watch. Okay, so today the market will be a bit choppy. Traders just to take note of that. But I say from the now looking at it, the market seems to be favoring to the buy side for time being right now. Okay, so traders, you can see that the CCRY, because now it's a CCRY here, right? So you can see that when you go above OP, you do see the word long popping up on my screen right here. Okay, all right. So traders, you please watch out for Hang Seng later on. Okay, so that is Hang Seng for you. So we'll come back to this Hang Seng later on. Okay, so that's Hang Seng. So let's look at gold yesterday, shall we? Gold. Now for gold, we can see right now gold yesterday really paused down, right, all the way. It came down all the way until 9 p.m. Singapore time. And that is where it got supported for a while and stay there. So the question is, will gold actually continue to go down further? I told you fundamentally it's possible. Technical, we can see a rebound soon. But of course, I said that fundamentally, the downside of gold should be able to go down a little bit more than normal. Okay. All right. So that is the chart. Now, this is the news for gold. Now, basically, some news are saying that gold, after cratering below 1700, right? So there should be some consolidation at 1680, which I agree, because 1682 is a technical level that I mentioned. The next level, 1621. So I already tell you guys the next level for gold after 1689. The next level, sorry, 1680s. The next level will be 1659. That is the 61.8. And the next level, the crazy level, can be as low as 1621. So for gold traders, do stand by for this. If gold do come down, 1659 and 1621 will be the level they're looking at. All right, so there's a lot of negative now. Forecasts are all saying that gold is very sick right now, and the treasuries is moving up. That's why gold cannot hold water. So all these things are actually reflecting in the market, and traders are actually watching this very closely. Okay, so for traders who thinks that gold will be going down further, just take note of these two numbers. Okay, 1659 and 1621. Okay. So let's do a recap of what happened on yesterday's gold. So yesterday the gold opens here, and I already told you guys the KSI is red in color, and the blue bar have extended downwards. So with all this reason there, so very good chance that gold will be going down, right? So I told you if gold come down, it will go down to pivot 2. and that was the 1697 level. And I said that if the gold goes down below pivot 2, it'll be below OP, below pivot 2 is always a strong sell. And of course, gold really came down. But once it hit the KCB level at 1682 and 1680, it basically supported there. So you see all these things are all made available. That means that from 1697, right, you know that the next KCB level is actually here, 1682. So which means that when you sell gold at 1697, you can hold your gold all the way down to 1682 based on the system that you know. And of course, the system really show its power and really goes there. So that is how you actually use your day-to-day chart to forecast and aim for the market. Of course, you may say it's an easy day. Well, I wouldn't say it's an easy day because end of the day is that you can see from the day chart here, this is where the BNB is. Can you see that? The BNB. So yesterday, the day before, the market already closed below the BNB SL level. And that was where I tell you guys gold will likely pull back. So of course, we have a few days of sideways movement. Then after that, gold come down. So everything comes with a reason, and not because that yesterday was an easy day, we make money and by luck. I don't believe that we make money by luck yesterday. We make money by skills. It's just that it takes a while for it to manifest, but it's worth it. End of the day, you make money, right? So that is the very important thing that we must understand this when we trade with the system. All right, so all clear in this? If all clear, please key the word clear, C-L-E-A-R, so I know that you guys are very sure that what I draw over here makes sense to you. All right. Clear? All clear? All right, waiting for your answer. Because my side is a bit delayed now. As I'm talking, I'm waiting for you guys to reply. I cannot see your reply yet. A bit slow. Clear? Okay, thank you. Okay, clear. Good, I'm happy. Okay, so that is gold. So you can see that the gold movement very nicely. Once it bridges the P2, that was where gold come down. And of course, you can see that right over here, once the gold hits this point, that is your 1682 and 1680. That was where gold stopped there for a while and rebounded from there. Okay, so that is very important why gold did it. Why the gold came down from when it broke the P2, why it came down all the way, and why it stopped there at 1682, because there's a KCB there, which is something that you learn from us in the class, right? So that is very important. Okay. All right, so let's look at the market right now. Hang Seng is still trading between the opening price. It's still trading there, so there seems to be a little bit of fighting at the moment. So we will come at the Hang Seng later on. So let's look at gold, shall we? Now, this is gold chart, you can see. So I'm going to just rearrange the chart again. This is the MA line, I put it up, the MLP. Okay. So you can see that yesterday I told you that it was below MA30, it was below the MLP, hence therefore, right, and below the BNB SL level. That's why it was very heavy selling. So that's why the market, cannot go up. So today, the MA30, I'll put it back in. The MA30 will be at about 1724, and then the MLP level is about 1699 level, right? Not done to scale, you have to do it yourself. And obviously the MA200 is far above. So because of that, it's all right. Likely chance there will be some more selling in gold in the coming time. All right. So like I say, where would that be? Based on what I'm saying, should be here lah. That means that gold should be coming down further to 1676 level I mentioned to you, because that is where the stops will be there. A lot of stops will be there, and that's where traders will be putting their stop loss. And when you put stop loss there, the sharks in the blood in the water, sharks arrive. So this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so traders, 1676 will be the level to watch out for gold. It may actually go forward to that. Okay. All right, I just got the information from my team members that we have sold out. Yes, we have sold out for our this coming Saturday workshop. Congratulations, everybody. All right, the Saturday workshop is sold out. Okay, meaning no more seats available. All right, thank you guys for all the strong support. Those who recommend friends to us, thank you guys All right, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Okay. So for the weekly chart, you can see now it had breached the 1689 level, and that is the 61.8. So today is very critical. If the market still stay below 1689 and that is a 61.8 level, then mathematically that's it. The market will be coming down, right? Based on Fibonacci, right? Based on Fibonacci, we all know that there is a possible when the market loses the 61.8 level, the next level it will be going down will be actually the full of it, right? I mean, entire movement, but I don't think this will happen. So I believe that there will be the support will be coming at 1659. That is the 20% level. So 1659 should be the level that we should be watching out for. Okay, but I do suspect that it may trigger a little bit and then go down to 1621 and then rebound. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. But don't quote me. We will let you know as we go nearer to there itself. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the gold today. So for gold today, you can see, oops, sorry, a bit smaller. Okay, for gold today, the opening price is actually between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. So very simple. The KSI is still red in color. The blue bar is there, although there's KCX, but I told you before, until a CCRY, then we can utilize the KCX. So at the moment now, the gold has still had the two strong support there at 1682 and 1680. So gold have to play around here for a while until if gold break below 1680. If gold break 1680 later, then gold to come down to 1664 pivot 2 is possible. I repeat one more time. If gold bridges 1680 and if, let's say go into a free fall, then go to hit 1664. It is actually very possible. So traders, kindly take note of that, okay? Traders, kindly take note of that, 1664, okay? So just take note of that, but it has to breach below 1680. But of course, if you say there's some buying because they have been oversold a little bit, if gold goes up, right? Yeah, it can go back to 1693. It can go back to 1693 just because they could be oversold and people want to buy, you know, or some people want to buy some for keeping just in case to hedge against some stuff. Okay, so these are the technical level to watch out for gold today. All right, hope this today you guys will be able to make some good deal of money. Okay, let's cross back to Hang Seng once again. Hang Seng now is trading a little bit lower now. Hang Seng is trading a bit lower now off from the opening price. Okay, a bit lower now. As I mentioned to you, the KSI on the is still red in color, so there's some selling at the moment. Okay. Okay, so that's gold. Now, how about Bitcoin? Now, yesterday, Bitcoin, okay, not too bad. We did quite really decent, but of course, we have some losses in the morning. That's why we got hit in the morning. But after that, we managed to recover. And end of the day, right, you can see that there were 2 wins out of 4 trades. One is not confirmed, not finished yet. 2 winning trades, 1 big one, 1 loss. So overall, yesterday, the trading team basically had this result. So initially, we have some losses first. We lost 2 trades in a row. 2 trades in a row we lost. Then after that, we make back the losses. So end of the day, we are flat out for the day. So of course, you may say, but Kel, overall, it's all right. Are y'all winning? I'll say that we are doing okay, pretty decent. And of course, we are using it very, very used. We trade every day. And we also make sure that we follow the rules and abide the rules. So the good part is that when you see these trades ongoing on your screen, if you are using the social network, right? You can actually immediately follow us. That's a good part of this. That's why we are going to do a lot of changes and going to help you guys to make money. And all this itself, right, theoretically, right, is based on because you joined the social network trading, all right? So social network trading is just about just profit sharing between the 2 parties if we do good for you, all right? So you don't need to pay for the service, but you need to share the profit, that's all. But this is whereby if you like what you're seeing right now, very soon we will implement this and share with more people once AIMS is ready. So this particular account now is traded under IC market just to let the traders get used to it and they prepare themselves. But once AIMS is ready, we'll be shifting our trading towards AIM side and start to trade. And of course, we'll let you have to enjoy the social trading on this. Okay, Bitcoin trading. Okay, sorry. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin for today, shall we? So this is Ethereum. So Ethereum is still going up. So this is fine, no problem for Ethereum. Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin today is still pretty firm, right? You can see Bitcoin. The opening price of today, Bitcoin is between the 2 pivots. So KSI is green in color. no blue bars at the bottom. So that means today Bitcoin has the potential to go to 60,000. Yes, that means today Bitcoin has the potential to go up to pivot 1, 60,000 if he finds strength and there's no extra other stuff coming in. But of course, if Bitcoin going to go into profit taking, it's not impossible. Just that I don't think it will happen today unless some drastic news surface in the market and just cause this thing to change. At the moment now, Bitcoin should be going towards the 60,000 level. Okay, so that is my take for today's Bitcoin. So traders, if you are interested to buy Bitcoin, then you just have to do this. Change the chart away, go to the 5-minute chart, and then look out for KCX signal. You can see now live KCX, right? This morning there's a KCX signal. You can see there. Right, there's a KCX signal. So CCRY, if you buy into Bitcoin this morning, you already have profited. See, if you buy Bitcoin, you already up by some money already. So that means you buy here, stop loss is here, and the market has went up, right, more than 2-1-4. So you see, traders, this is how you trade Bitcoin. You just have to follow the KCX, follow the CCRY, enter, and trade according to plan. As simple as that. So that's why I say trading this cryptocurrency now is really a very easy thing to do. Okay. Okay. Now I come to the end of this first part of the morning MAO. We'll go into the what they call alternate market views and market analysis, whereby it's more towards the sell side. So traders, if you think that you have enough of my sharing now, you can actually log off. For those who want to hear the second part, you just hang on for the next 10 seconds. All right, I think Hang Seng is coming off a little bit. Okay, guys, welcome back. Now, thing is, why do I have two different segments for this? Because by technique, by trend, by market direction, is more towards the buy side for the equity market. This one is undeniable. This is something that we must accept and we have to follow through. Because system trader, we cannot go against it. We have to follow through, right? But of course, system trader itself, right? There's one part itself you have to understand this. Even though the system says that you have to follow, but you can also act cautiously. It's just like the system may call for buy in gold, but the trend is down on gold. So you can buy lesser, but when it comes to short, you short more. Or you can buy lesser, then when the signal call for sell, you can just stay out of the market. You got my point. So the thing is this, I've been telling traders this on a regular note. I did say that, right? For the equity market right now, right, we are definitely at a very, very crazy period, whereby now you're talking about S&P PE ratio at 45. We're talking about basically itself, right? We are having a lot of overbought situation. But because Federal Reserve had to keep on pumping the money relentlessly to the system, because you can see that with all the problem in the world, they have no choice. I can understand from their point of view. But when you just keep on feeding, eventually it will just burst. So that's why I want to share with you something important today. Right, now look at this is the Euro chart. Now, I know I don't cover much currency in MAO, but I want to share with you this one right now. You can see that the Euro has been coming down, all right? The Euro has been coming down. So every time the Euro do a CCYR, if you short the Euro, it went down. You short the Euro again, it came down, and so forth, right? So this one you didn't, this one you got stopped out, but this one if you short again, you make money. You short again, you make money. Okay, now, of course, this is the technical point. But the point is this, why did the Euro come down so much, right? It's because of this. The reason why is because the ECB balance sheet has really jumped one leg higher. Oh my God. The total assets has went up to 400 by another 343 billion euro. Wow. Basically, they just basically when the central bank came in to take out from the TLTRO loans, okay? Basically, it's a printing in short, okay? And then they keep on buying the bonds to quell the rise in the long-term rate. So now the ECB balance sheet is 7.5 trillion. And that is about the same number. This is really incredible. $7.5 trillion, and that is about 75% of the entire Eurozone GDP. Oh my God. So this is something real. Because they print. That's why the dollar strengthened against the euro. But how come Federal Reserve print and the dollar actually strengthened up? So that is a problem because the rest of the countries are not doing that well. So that's why you don't see the same inflection point. But for euro, it's like this. So I draw a chart yesterday for pound, and I told you guys is that if that is going to be continuing, right, then pound likely will be next, and pound may be coming down soon. So this is tell you that this is really economic 101. When you print a lot of money, your currency get hit. So of course, the thing is, what if this is going to be a prelude to what happened in the US dollar? That if this kind of printing itself with the US dollar also be one day like that, it is possible. That's why I say later part, in a later part, why gold will be going higher, right, is because of the US dollar. Later part, not now, later part. Understand that? So for those who understand what I just say about the US dollar and the gold relationship, right, can you key the US dollar, USD? If you understand what I just say, please key USD. If you understand what I just mentioned, why I say that in the later part, we could see the gold price going up, because I do expect to see the very strong depreciation on the dollar itself. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. Now, also, there's also people asking me, how come the DAX keep on going higher? All right. Well, obviously, it's the same printing. The printing machine is doing well, but I want you to be very careful, guys. Now, look at this. This is basically using very fun, technical. I take this point A and take the point B. Okay. All right. Take the point A and take the point B. This entire area is about 800 points. It's about 800 points. So this is a very strong, massive consolidation for 2 months. Now the market, in the first time it broke above it. Today it go, then the next few days it broke past with a strong buyout, right? So by mathematics of 1 times 1 theory, which is what I train in PTP, we should see another 800 points upside, which actually it really happened already. So which means that, right, I suspect that DAX could go into profit-taking mode about 15,000 level. That means that DAX, in my opinion, is right. DAX might be having some resistance soon. So for people who are buying DAX and keep, I should really seriously advise you, maybe it's a good time now to take profit on DAX at 15,000. Okay, this is something that I want to tell you. This for DAX traders, you may want to go slow already at this point. Now I can be wrong, but at least I'm informing you that traders have to be careful on DAX. Okay. All right. And because you can see now everywhere is showing that DAX now is at such a high level, so that now the news are all everywhere talking about DAX going higher and stuff like that. Now, when you see the mainstream media all doing this as well, right, you have to be very careful, because when the mainstream media tell you that it's time to buy into market, things are safe, things are good, right, that is usually whereby things will usually flip the other way around. And since my technical already hit the 1 times 1 level, so traders just be very careful. And of course, you can see that the market cap, US equity market cap versus the GDP is at absurd level. We are just marginally away from the 2.0 level. Now, 2.0 level is a very, very, very high level. I repeat, 2.0 will be a very, very high level. The last time we see something like this so crazy and absurd, okay, you must understand this, my friend. The last time we see something so absurd itself, right, was back in year 1999, whereby the NASDAQ was going crazy, S&P was moving up itself, and that was where after that the market caved in for 2 years. Okay, all right. So the thing is that we are not, the last time when we see something like this, it happened in 2018. In 2018, the same thing actually happened, and the market basically reacted by coming down, right? But after that itself, because of the repo operation came in, repo, they have to manipulate the market the first time. Then after that, due to the COVID-19, they did it again. So now what happened is that the market now, because of the influx of the money, they basically went crazy with this. And now the market is at near to 2.0 mark. So I'm really telling you this is how traders, you have to be very, very careful already. You cannot play with this, okay? Why do I say that? Take a look. If you look at this scale here itself, right, if this is a common point that really works, okay, then this is the point of the range, or between craziness to midpoint. So we do a 1 times 1 here itself, right? You can see this is like 1 to 1 point, is a 0.45, right? So here itself, we are talking about this is 1.5, right? So 1.5 plus 0.45, you get 1.95. Can you see that now? I know that this type of calculation is absurd, but as a pattern trader, we see things from a very different perspective. So that's why I'm saying this, my friends, that if this thing goes to 1.95, which I think is very trigger, you must be very careful. There is a high possibility that the market is really near its peak. I don't know how much more the Dow will go higher, but I'm just telling you, be very, very careful, be very, very slow with your long trades moving forward the next 2 months, especially for April and May. I keep on reminding you, April, okay, April and May, all right, we do expect a lot of turbulence coming in very soon, okay? I'm gonna say this up front, there will be a lot of turbulence coming in, and you really don't want to be caught and get swung by them. This is gonna be a very, very scary ride, okay? It will be, all right, it will be. Okay, all clear on that? Okay. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy this, because you can see even though the Archegos problem has so-called toned down, right? But look at the counterparty risk hedge, the way they hedge the CDS. Okay. Look at it. The hedge is almost at 47 level. This is ridiculous. 48 level, sorry. So that means that, right, they are hedging it because it seems like someone knows that this is not the end yet. Seems like someone knows that, right, this is not the CDS, you know, it's the one that default swap. Okay, the credit default swap, the one that this Michael Burry has bought against John Paulson and bought back then. So that means that someone knows that something might be not done yet. So that's why, unless it's some pullback, then fine. If the credit default swap continue to climb, that means someone knows that, right, this is not going to be the end yet. Someone knows that things can get even scarier. So traders, all this information, you can't get it from the mainstream media. You really must do a lot of research and understand what's going on to share this with you. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this today MAO. I know it's a bit longer than usual, but I say again, I give you all the great stuff. If you really appreciate what I do, please key the word appreciate, and we'll end today's morning MAO. All right, if you really appreciate what I've done for you today, please key the word appreciate. At least make me feel better. I can use it for my marketing, and I will see you guys soon tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. if there's no changes. If not, cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating me. Thank you. Appreciate that.